In the first video in this series, I described how God created a three-decker universe, the heavens above, the earth beneath, and the waters under the earth, and how he filled each of those zones of creation, filling the heavens above with sun, moon, and stars, filling the earth with land animals and with man, filling the seas with fish, and then birds that fly across the face of the firmament but then reproduce on the land. You have a three-decker universe, and then on the earth in Genesis 2, God forms a three-zone world for man to inhabit. He plants a garden, which is east within the land of Eden. So the land of Eden is a larger territory than the garden that's in the east part of that. And then the land of Eden, with its garden, is set within a wider world. The zones of creation are garden, land, and world. And that's basically the sketch of human life. The garden is a place where Adam and Eve are to meet with God, where they commune with God. It's in the garden that Adam finds the special tree of life that he's encouraged to eat from. It's where the forbidden tree is, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which is Adam is not initially allowed to eat from, but once he matures and grows, then he will be allowed to eat from that tree. So the garden is a place of communion with God. It's a sanctuary. It's the original sanctuary. And if we look at the rest of the Bible, we see that all the other sanctuaries of the Bible pick up on the imagery of gardens, cherubim, trees, plants, animals. All the things that are in the garden appear in the tabernacle and the temple in a transformed way. But the garden is just one zone of the world. Worship is just one part of human life. In addition to the garden, you have the land of Eden. That's Adam's homeland. And it's the place where Adam and Eve were to live, where Adam and Eve were to have their children. They would go to the garden to commune with God, and then they go out and plant and cultivate the land. And that's the place for their life together with one another and with growing numbers of children. Eventually, it's a place where you have a land with brothers and brothers. So in the garden, Adam meets with his father. In the land, brothers meet with brothers. And then out in the world, eventually, you have a world where the descendants of Adam are going to meet with strangers as the humanity grows and develops. Garden, land, and world represent three different zones of life: worship and work and witness, and also represent three different relationships, kinds of relationships. In the garden, Adam engages with his father. In the land, he engages eventually with his brother and his sister Eve. And in the world, eventually humanity will engage with strangers. Those patterns of the world are still the patterns that we live in. That's the way we live. We worship one day out of the week. We gather together in the garden of God as the church. We spend most of our week working in the land, and then we often go out of our immediate land and encounter strangers and bear witness to strangers. That creation pattern that we find in Genesis 2 is still the pattern of human life.